This package has been a long time coming. Laurel Denise finally released disc planners, and I am so excited to be able to try it out and see what they look like. Hi, my name is Allison, and I love planning, routines, and systems, especially ones that make things simple. I hope that you find something helpful in this video, and if you do, make sure you give it a thumbs up because it really helps more than you know. The only thing I have opened from this package yet is the outer bubble wrap, and this is what the rest of it came in looking like. So let's get into this. Woohoo! Look at all that. So it is the Laurel Denise Disc launch, and if you do not know what a disc planner is, let me tell you all about it, and then I can go through some of these accessories second. A disc planner uses these specialized holes that are a mushroom-shaped punch, and then you use little plastic discs or metal to put into the holes, and then it allows you to be interchangeable with all of your things. Here are a couple of different samples of discs. These are all plastic ones of different sizes. You can get colors, cutouts. Laurel Denise is coming out with their own discs in a beautiful neutral yellow, bright yellow. I guess there was a lot of debate about whether the bright yellow was neutral, but it is coming out. They are just delayed a little bit. So their actual Laurel Denise discs will be available in August, I think on August 1st. But until then, disc planning will work with any discs that you currently own. Disc planners through Laurel Denise are modular, so you pick out the cover that you want, then you can pick out all of the inserts, and then you have your discs. I really love my spiral planner, the Luna, and I am not a huge fan of using discs for my everyday planner. I have tried it in the past, and right now it's just not what I'm looking for, but I really wanted to try the disc planner, and so I have a plan for this one that is going to be something that stays at home. But let's open this up and I'll show you what the covers are like. So this is the large portrait orientation planner cover that you could use for the Scout or the Luna. And as you can see, all of the holes are punched in that little mushroom shape, and that allows the discs to just pop right in just like that. No matter which size you have, it works. And then you can just pop them right off. It comes with a front and a back, and they are double-sided. So this is the cricket song in yellow, both front and back on the disc, but the inside is gorgeous too, and you could just flip it around and have a cover with that on the outside, and then you would have the label on the front there, but that's not a big deal, and then that on the inside. So it's really up to you, and it's pretty awesome that you get 2 for 1 with these. They also come in the small portrait size, so if you have like a small Scout or the small Luna coming out in the regular 2027 launch, then you can choose that one. They also make them in their signature horizontal size. So if you are a user of a Nancy or a Rose or an Anne, they do make covers that come in the horizontal with the punches down this side, and then it would open up in the horizontal fashion in both the small and the large. And there's several different color options to choose for the covers. The covers are made out of this flexible, plasticky type material that's pretty thick. I don't know if you can see how thick that is, but they feel very sturdy, and it's nice because I feel like if you're somebody who's worried about getting your planner dirty, it would definitely wipe clean very easily. Like I said, my plan, I do not really use a disc planner, but I did want to trial this system and see what I thought about it. And so I am going to be doing my Bible study in this. And I took and printed out just on some regular 8.5 by 11 paper that was, I printed on pretty thick paper, and then used a punch. I have a punch from ARC from Staples that will punch all of these, and then I put them on just some cheap, inexpensive discs until I'm able to get the Laurel Denise discs in August. And then when you're ready to put it together, you just pop on the cover just like this. And it's pretty easy to just pop that on the front. Now, if you're doing this from scratch, I would put both the covers on and then put the middles in, but I didn't have the middles when I didn't have the covers when I first put this together. So I am doing it a little backwards, but as you can see, it still works. And then just plop those on there. And there you have it. And that is gorgeous. And that'll work so nicely for keeping here for my bedside table, and everything opens up, and then it just, you can open to the different pages. You could take a page out, like if you wanted to write on it, then you could just take the page out, write on it, and then stick it right back in as many times as you wanted or wherever you wanted. So that is a quick look at the disc planner. One thing to note is that discs come in different diameters, and so these are pretty small ones, and it actually works better. You want a disc planner to be pretty full. If I were to have put all of this on this big disc, then it would be really floppy and the discs would wobble back and forth, whereas you can see here it's a bit more sturdy. And so you really want your disc planner to be kind of filled up. This one could actually hold quite a bit more. But because you want them to be so full, they will be able to put, you can definitely put a whole year's worth of planner inserts in here, or you could even do, they're going to have larger discs and you could put 18 months or a year with all the inserts. So there's lots of different ways to do it. While we're talking about inserts, as I said, it's a lot of mix and matching. So you are able to choose the cover you want, choose the disc size you want, and then choose the inserts. So currently the inserts come in undated 3-month packs in all of their different layouts. So whether you are a Luna, a Scout, an Anne, a Nancy, then you can choose it. Currently the Rose doesn't come in it, but it is coming in the next launch if I remember their frequently asked questions correctly. So you can have whatever inserts, or you can mix and match. You could put a month of the Scout and a month of a Luna in the same planner to have multiple different planners on the same rings or discs to meet all of your different needs, so you are not having to carry around multiple planners. So if you love flexibility and really mixing and matching, discs are going to be perfect for you. But I really just love this bright yellow cover on that. Another thing that I got in this package was the Laurel Denise wrapping paper. And let's take this off so you can see it. It is on sale right now, but can you see all of the gorgeous different patterns that come in this? And I do have a plan for this, that it's not going to be just for wrapping presents. They're all double-sided, so you can have 2 colors for each of the different patterns. But my plan is I'm going to take out the wrapping paper, and then I am going to cut it out to be dividers. So you can see it's plenty big if you cut it to the size of a piece of paper, but I'm going to put it on my Cricut, and I'm going to make it the 8.5 by 11, but then I'm going to have a little tab on it and then laminate the whole thing and punch it, and then that is going to be the dividers inside my scripture plan or my scripture study binder. And so then the little dividers will be here, and they'll be all the really pretty colors. So when I do that, I am going to make a video on how I do that project. So make sure you check back for that one. And if you just need some really gorgeous Laurel Denise patterns in your life, definitely don't sleep on the wrapping paper. Okay, on to this pile of goodies. You may have seen in my previous videos that I had made my own meal planner insert here. But I really wanted to try the Laurel Denise Meal Planner PIP, which PIP stands for plastic insert page, because I know it's going to be way better quality than this little laminated one that I made at home. And so this was my first order, and since then to get it in on the shipping. And this is so sturdy compared to my little laminated one. And it has days of the week, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And then it just pops into your planner so easily and comes right back out. So I will definitely be switching out to that one, and it fits just perfectly on these short pages. And then on the back, there's a room for a shopping list. These plastic inserts work really well if you write with either a wet erase marker or a Sharpie and then use alcohol to erase the Sharpie. So you can use a dry erase marker, or you can just use some rubbing alcohol like a little pad. And so that's how you can write on these day by day, or some people will use just Post-its, especially if you have a bank of meal ideas on Post-its, then you can just pull from there and put them on each day. And speaking of the Post-its, I got 3 different Post-it things in this planner, or in this order. I really have been loving using my sticky notes that are the right size for it. And so I wanted to get some that are colorful instead of just the regular neutrals that I currently have. So this one is sized for the Scout planners or the Luna, and they have redone them, and so this says number 1, and it fits all large spiral planners. Oh, and those colors are just a lot of fun. You can see here that they would fit just perfectly on the days, and so it's made to fit in just those boxes, just like that, and these fit there. If you have the Scout instead of the Luna, these also fit exactly in your monthly boxes, and then these are made for your little squares or your little rectangles up here at the front, and then these longer ones fit and cover the whole days, or you can use them in your dashboards or wherever. This one has such a pretty color on the cover, and then that's what the colorful looks like on the inside. They are colorful, but they're not neon bright, so they'll work really well. The second sticky pack I got was the number 3, which is actually made for the small coil planners. So like the small Scout. However, I loved this pattern on the outside of it, and I just kind of had to have it. And the other thing is, these little tiny ones I think are going to work really, really well for my Luna. So as you can see, I have some of these from a different size sticky pack, and they don't really fit in the month there, but I am thinking that these little small ones are going to fit just perfectly right there, and so I am very excited about that. And I also think that these will cover up just about that date as well. So these stickies, even though they're not necessarily meant for this one, will work really, really well. And this still fits in this box pretty closely. It's not exactly lined up, but it's close enough. And then I really liked the idea of this long one here that I could use up here in my dashboard area. So even though, like I said, it's not technically made for this one, I think it works really, really well. And so this is the number 3 inside the Luna. And as I said, I really wanted this cover, so I got it. The last sticky thing that I got is this, which is called the Sticky Note Sidekick, and it is a brand new product for this release. And so I'm really eager to see what it looks like. But it's just a little tiny notebook size, like maybe traveler's notebook size, sticky note pad. You could just keep this in your purse or your wallet, just like that, with maybe a pen on it. And then you have a to-do list and some little ones that you might want to remember for later, and then some dot and some grid. And I think that's going to just be so fun, so you don't have to carry around a big thing. Maybe when you're going in and using like a very small purse and you don't want to take your whole planner, you could still just have some things here to write and jot some notes, and then when you get back to your planner, just pull those off and put them in. And I appreciate this size as well too, because I don't have anything in that kind of 3x3 size. So that is going to be fun. And look how gorgeous those colors are in that pattern. The very last thing I got in this one was a few more stickers so that as I decorate in my upcoming months, for the fall, I really wanted to be able to do this farmer's market one that has the apples and the little apple stand and all of that. So I have that planned out for one of the months. And then also for the end of summer, I'm going to use the beach day. And then I have some little clouds and birds that go really well with that, just to add a little extra, since this beach day one is a little bit of a smaller sticker pack. This is what I got in my package, and I am really excited. I hope you enjoyed seeing what I got and kind of how I plan on using it in my planners and my everyday life. I will definitely keep you apprised of how this planner goes, and make sure that I make a video of making the wrapping paper into my tabs for that. And if you have any interest in trying any of these products, please make sure you use my affiliate code listed down below, as well as the code Allison10 for a 10% discount. Happy planning and see you next time. Bye.